Hey, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday evening. I wanted to jump on here as quickly as I could before the sun um, went down completely, and you guys just watched me disappear like the last video. Um, but I just wanted to hop on here and chat with you guys a bit. I've been um, sort of thinking, reflecting, and I don't know, maybe I should go outside. I'm gonna go out and see if this works. I'm just gonna start walking around. It's a bit stuffy in the car and the dogs are panting, so I don't want their panting to bother you. It's not that warm, but it's warm in the car. Look at this one. Oh no. Ichabod. 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 There's Mycroft and Agatha. So yes, I just wanted to walk around a bit, stretch my legs. I'm in the Walmart parking lot right now. The lighting is actually much better now that I'm outside the car. What was I gonna say? So yeah, I've just been sort of thinking and reflecting today. I was in another parking lot just sort of chilling, waiting for, I had a cleaning gig today, and I was just sort of relaxing before the cleaning gig. And in this particular parking lot, it's the Dollar Tree parking lot, and a lot of people, oh, I'm assuming, are homeless. A lot of people go there. And when I was sitting there, I was sitting in my car. There was another car there, like two spaces over, and it was an older gentleman. And I have to, I have to keep reminding myself that I'm an older gentleman, because I'm pretty sure the guy was maybe 5 or 6 years older than me. So whenever I see an older person, I'm like, oh, this guy's old, and then I find out they're like, 5 years older than me, because I'm an old man too. But yeah, I don't know if the security guy keeps coming back and forth because of me or what, but I'm just gonna press on. Yeah, it was kind of sad. It was just watching him. He was about two cars over to my left, two car spaces over to my left, and he was sitting there. He was by himself. He did have like a little dog though, like a Jack Russell Terrier, and like I said, he was probably in his early 60s, and he just looked so weathered and so tired. And the back of his car was just like full of bags of stuff, and I'm assuming that's like all of his life's possessions. Um, and then his car was just like really beat up. It's been in a couple of car accidents and it hasn't been repaired. And I don't want to come across like I'm feeling sorry for him, but at the same time I'm just like, wow, he just looks so alone. And that made me think, God, I don't want to be in that situation, even though I'm kind of in that situation right now. Um, and it motivates me to want to make sure that I like reclaim the life I once had, and reclaim my life's goals. Doing the things that I want to do, live how I want to live, see the world, meet new people, just engage in the present moment. Um, and then the other thing that sort of, had me thinking was yesterday, where I'm at, the Walmart, and then sorry about the loud vehicle, the Walmart parking lot, and then the Dollar Tree parking lot across the street. There's a lot of homeless people there in this area. I come here because it's just like, cheap parking, cheap food nearby, easy parking. No one's gonna really bother me, and I'm assuming that's why a lot of the homeless people come around here as well. It's so funny. I was sitting in my car for hours and no one drove by, and then as soon as I get out to walk around, all these cars keep walking by. So I apologize if the cars are making noise. Um, what was I saying? So yeah, so yesterday I was getting gas and I saw this kid. I saw him before, 2 nights ago. I had just woken up. I was at the Planet Fitness parking lot area, and I had just woken up and got ready, and I was like driving to the Dollar Tree to pick up some cleaning supplies for cleaning gig, and was driving. I was in the same parking lot, but I was driving basically from one end of the parking lot to the other. And I saw the kid a couple of days ago, and he was sleeping. He was under a dirty blanket, and he had some stuff with him. And he couldn't have been more than like maybe 20 or 22. And then I saw him again yesterday. He was at a different area, still in the same parking lot, but over by the gas station. And, had one of those handwritten signs on the cardboard, something about, need help, anything helps, I'm hungry, that sort of thing. And I don't know, just something about him just really touched my heart. I didn't have any money on me. I don't really carry a lot of cash anymore, like most people. And as it happened, I was on my way to McDonald's. I was at the gas station, obviously getting gas, and then I was going to go to McDonald's and have lunch. So I walked over to him and I said, I don't have any cash on me to give you, but I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want anything? And he was so super sweet and so cute. He's like, oh yeah, thank you. And I'm expecting him to ask for like a burger or fries. And he's like, I would really like a McFlurry. And I don't know why, I just thought that was really cute. I just was not expecting that. And I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, do you want like something to drink? He's like, yeah, maybe a Coke or something. And I'm like, okay, I'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. He had wanted an Oreo McFlurry and a Coke. And so when I was at McDonald's, I got a double cheeseburger. They have like a special buy one double cheeseburger, get a second for $1. And then I'm almost embarrassed to admit it, but I do have the McDonald's app, and they have a lot of deals on there as well. So I got a soda with free fries, 2 double cheeseburgers. I got a Diet Coke for me. And so I got and I got his McFlurry. So I got all the food, sat in my car real quick, and I ate 1 double cheeseburger, and the French fries, and then I left him the other double cheeseburger, his Coke, and his McFlurry. And then I also remembered I had some fruit and a bag of trail mix. So I put the fruit in the bag with the double cheeseburger, and I gave him also the bag of trail mix. So he had trail mix, some fruit, double cheeseburger, a McFlurry, and a soda. And I don't know, just sort of sitting there watching him. I'm getting attacked by bugs. Just sitting there watching him, thinking he's so young. And I don't know, my mind automatically went straight to must be drugs related. I don't know if that's just like a stereotype, but it's like he just seems so young and so capable. Why is he on the streets? And most people would automatically think drugs, but I didn't ask him. It's not my place to ask him. I could just tell that he just was really hungry, and I wanted to help. So I got him some food, and I told him, I pointed out my car, and I told him, hey, I'm sleeping in my car, and I'm usually in this area from time to time. So if you're ever hungry, I usually have a lot of food with me. So if you ever see my car, just feel free to come knock on my door and say, hey, do you have anything for me to eat? I'm more than happy to share. I haven't seen him since. Not that I'm like really looking for him or anything, but I hope he's doing well. But between that kid and the older gentleman, it just made me think. These are always examples or reminders of how, even though I'm kind of going through a rough period, I am still quite fortunate. Because I know for a fact that kid is literally sleeping on the sidewalk with a blanket. I at least have the Betty Boop. I have my car. It keeps me, warm when it's cold late at night, early in the morning. It keeps me relatively safe, And I have my dogs. They keep me warm and relatively safe as well. I don't even know what I would do if I had to actually sleep on the street or sleep on a sidewalk. That would really mess with my head. So yeah, meeting these people, seeing these people, interacting with these people, they serve as reminders to myself that I'm still very, very fortunate. And they also reminded me of, I used to make all these claims and these promises, and I have a bad habit of putting things off. I think a lot of people do that, oh, I'll start doing this when I get here, or I'll start doing that when I make X amount of money. And it's like, why do you have to put things off until you get to a certain place? If it's something that you want to do, just do it. And I've always said I want to start helping people. Security guy's back again. Just so you know, like this building right here, it's the back of a church, so I'm not entirely sure what he thinks, if he thinks I'm going to do something nefarious. Like, I don't know what he thinks I'm going to do at the back of a church, but whatever. It just reminded me that I've always made these claims to myself that I want to help people and I'm going to help people. But I always said, when I get rich, I'm going to start helping people, or when I get, whatever, I'm going to start helping people. And it's like I could help people now. It doesn't make sense for me to put it off. Not necessarily, I can't make like massive $1 million donations or anything like that, but I can still help people. And when I was younger, I used to help people. I used to, spend many a Sunday afternoons giving out food to homeless people. I, didn't have much money, but I would make contributions, and there's nothing stopping me from doing that now. It really has been weighing on my heart, to see people in this situation. I mean, I know I'm in this situation as well, and but I'm still in a position to where I can help a little bit. So I'm definitely going to start doing that, whatever I can. I'm not going to try and put things off until things are better, because people need help now, and I'm in a position to help a little bit now. Even if I go to the Dollar Tree and buy a bag of trail mix, that will definitely help somebody who can't afford a bag of trail mix. You know what I mean? It's just been weighing on my heart. If I'm in a position to help and I want to help, I'm gonna do what I can to help. So these are things that I've been thinking about. I had a cleaning gig earlier today, and it was with a really nice family. I think the daughter, who I think is like maybe in her 30s, I think she is the actual tenant, and then she has a couple of daughters that live with her, and then her mother moved in, and they were such a sweet family. I ended up having a really lovely conversation with the mother, and it was so funny because there were several times, and she was watching YouTube videos like related to dogs. She's a huge dog person, and so we connected on that. They have two cute little, they're not poodles, but they're tiny little dogs, tiny little fluffy dogs that I always think are poodles, but they're not, and I can't remember the breed. But she had two cute little puppies, or dogs. And so we bonded over dogs and our love for dogs, and she's watching videos of dogs, and I'm like, I need to put my headphones on, my earbuds on, because if I sit there and listen to all these cute, puppy stories and listen to all these cute puppies, I'm going to start watching TV with her. So can you imagine? I'm there to do a job. I'm there to, clean their house, and I'm like sitting right next to her drinking a soda, watching YouTube videos about cute little puppies. Can you imagine how funny that would be? But she was just such a sweet, sweet, sweet person. And, I don't know how we talked about it. We had talked about our love for horses and horseback riding. And I haven't gone horseback riding in so long. It's been a few years since I've been horseback riding, but I also remember when I was much, much younger, I used to play polo. That's where my love for horses and horseback riding came from, playing polo. And we talked about that and horseback riding, and it just had a really lovely several conversations, because it would, I'm like, okay, I got to go back and go clean. So then I would go clean, and then she'd ask me a question, and then we start talking again, and then I'm like, okay, I got to go clean. But just, I don't know. I don't know the purpose of this video, um, other than to say that I feel very fortunate, and I love that I'm making connections with people again, and I'm talking to people again, um, whether it's like through work. I don't know, I just love making these connections. I love talking to people, and I'm glad that I was able to see and not get so like tunnel vision and lost in my own problems. And I'm thankful that I was aware enough to look up, remind myself that my problems aren't that bad, and extend a little bit of help as much as I could to another person. And I would like to continue doing that. I would like to continue talking to people and chatting with people. And I would love to continue to help people as much as I can. I guess that's the point of this video. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Um, that's it. That's how my Sunday has been so far. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Um, I hope I didn't make you guys too queasy with all the walking back and forth. I just realized the background is probably going woo, so I apologize for that. Um, I do have some concerns about work. Like I said, I don't want to make this YouTube video platform about politics, but because of the current president and what he's doing with tariffs, I'm now priced out of placing orders, because I get my watches manufactured in China. I worked with the team in China to have my watches made, and the same thing with my men's underwear collection. I worked with the manufacturing design team in China, and now I'm like completely priced out of that because of the tariffs. So I have what I have on hand now, and then that's it. And then I was watching the news on YouTube, and they were talking about how Amazon is now canceling a lot of their orders that they had placed with China because of the tariffs. The current president has raised the tariffs to, I think it's like 104%, specifically with China. So now Amazon is canceling a lot of their orders, a lot of their summer orders, beach chairs, patio furniture, things like that, and some other things that are now being canceled. And that has me a little concerned because, like I said, I am officially hired back with Amazon, the Amazon warehouse, but I don't want to say that until I'm physically back in the warehouse and working and collecting a paycheck, and that doesn't happen until the 29th of this month. So I think about 3 weeks, little over 2 weeks. But if Amazon continues to cancel all their orders, like, will they need, summer help? You know what I mean? Like, I'm concerned now that they may not take me on or take on the new hires, because they're no longer, there's no need for new hires if they're not going to have inventory to send to customers, if customers aren't buying anything. So I'm a little concerned. I feel like the current, administration, I mean, I know it's not like a personal attack, but it affects me so personally. Like, when they did their whole freeze on government spending with Medicaid and Medicare, that affected me tremendously because I get antidepressant medication through my Medicare, my high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all those meds through Medicare, and they put a freeze on that. And it's like, those are things that you can't just stop taking. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm doing what I can to exercise, and I know that I get a lot of my food from like fast food, and because that was what was my options, I still try to eat as healthy as possible. And now that I'm cooking, I'm cooking healthier meals. So it's not like I'm just like popping pills and then that's all I'm doing, relying on the government to, pop pills and take care of my body. It's like I am trying to do the best I can to take care of my um, blood pressure and cholesterol on my own through exercise, um, watching what I eat when I can, um, trying to maintain my anxiety and stress without medication. But I'm telling you, the medication on all of those things, it definitely helps. And when he put a freeze on that, it really freaked me out. Because like I said, you can't just stop taking those medications. And as it happened around a time when I needed to, um, I need basically my medication ran out and I needed more and I couldn't get it because he had put a freeze on it. So that was that. And then now, I can't place orders because I can't afford to place orders for my products to sell because the tariffs are so high. And now there's a chance that I may not even have a job because of the tariffs. So it's like this administration, I know it's not a personal attack on me, but it is really effing with me right now. But I'm doing what I can to stay positive. I still have my house cleaning business. Like I said in the previous video, my dominoes are selling again, so I'm very happy about that. I'm making new house cleaning clients that are turning into regulars. I'm meeting new people that are just super sweet people that I'm cleaning for. So I still have that. I'm still staying positive and still doing what I can to save money, cook on my own so I can save money and eat more healthy. Um, but yeah, that's it. Just wanted to share that and chat with you guys a bit. Let me know how you guys are doing. How is the current administration, without going too political, if it's affecting you? Because I know that they had let off a lot of federal employees. Prices haven't on food has not gone down yet. So, if you need a place to vent, I'm here to listen. If you just want to talk about it, get it off your chest, I'm here to listen. I'm always here to listen. So feel free to leave those comments in there. I definitely respond. A lot of you guys seem to talk to me. You guys leave me emails, and so I respond to those. So yeah, if you guys ever want to talk about that, I'm here to talk about that as well. Like I said, I don't want to go too political, but I'm here to listen to you if you guys need just someone to talk to. That's it. I feel like every time I do it again, I try to keep these down to like 10 to 15 minutes, and then here we are at 20. Okay, so that's it. I'm definitely going to say goodbye now. Please like this video if anything I've said has resonated with you. Please continue to subscribe. I'm inching my way to my most current goal of 50. I would love to start doing live and start promoting again. Doing live things. You guys seem to be responding to my quick little cooking videos, and I'm going to continue to do that. I made pancakes and hash browns, and they were I think the brand is like Hungry Jack, and I got them at the Dollar Tree. So like a pretty big box of pancake mix for $1.25. I usually make my own mix, but for $1.25, and I'm like in my car, all I had to do is add water, and it turned out pretty good. Same thing with the hash browns. It was like freeze dried, and you add water, and it turned out pretty good. Both were a little too salty for my taste, but still tasted really good. So making pancakes and hash browns and chicken curry, and I'm going to start making some other things. I made chicken quesadilla, tortillas, burritos. So I'm starting to cook again, cooking healthy, and Walmart has raw shrimp, like the medium size, those decent sized shrimps, like a bag, and I think it's like a pound, maybe a little bit more, I can't remember, for $5, and that's not bad. The size of that bag could feed a family in terms of just the protein. You add some rice to that, or pasta to that, and you have like a whole meal for not that much. So I'm probably going to do that too. Now that we're going into the warmer season, I do love shrimp tacos in the summertime. I know it's not summer yet, but it's warming up, and I love shrimp tacos when it's warm. The nice big thing of iced tea. So I'm gonna start doing that. Here I am rambling again. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm saying goodbye. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell so that way you know when more of my cooking videos and more of my chat videos are coming your way. I'm gonna try and do a bit more editing so it's not just the talking head. I did incorporate some of the cooking into the video so that way you're not just looking at my talking head. And I'm going to start doing more of that. And I have more things to come now that if I do get the job back at Amazon, that will allow me to, that will afford me the opportunity to get my car fixed. And that means I can start doing things like more pop-up events. I'll have money to reserve pop-up events, and I want to start doing, I love doing DIY projects and home projects, and I haven't done it in a while because I don't have a home. But I totally miss doing those projects. And I remembered I used to do home staging, and when COVID hit and I couldn't do home staging anymore because they weren't doing open houses because of COVID, I ended up selling all the furniture. And what made my furniture sell really well was I staged the furniture. So I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go back on Facebook Marketplace and start going to flea markets and thrift stores and yard sales and all those things that I love to do, and maybe find like something easy that I can upcycle and then stage that, take pictures and sell that, so it can become another source of income, and it'll be something that I love to do again. So stay tuned for that. I have a lot coming up. Again, I'm sorry for the long video. The videos I'm going to try and keep them at 10 to 15 minutes, and if it's longer, I'm definitely going to incorporate more stuff than just a talking head. Have a good night. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.